Welcome to today's English listening lesson. Stop translating in your head. If you're an English learner, you've probably caught yourself doing this all the time. You hear something in English, then you pause, translate it into your language, think about what it means, and then respond. That process slows you down and makes you sound less fluent. It's like trying to run with heavy boots. The key to real fluency is not knowing more words. It's learning to think directly in English. In this lesson, I'll help you understand why your brain keeps translating, how to break that habit, and how to start thinking, feeling, and responding in English naturally. So, if you've been struggling with fluency or want to sound more confident when speaking, listen carefully and practice along. This lesson is not just about grammar or vocabulary. It's about rewiring your brain to think like a natural English speaker. First, let's understand what happens when you translate in your head. Your brain is doing double work. When you hear the English word apple, you quickly look for the translation in your first language. Then, your brain interprets that translation before you can respond. It's a long, tiring process that takes away the joy of communication. It's like you have a slow translator living in your brain. The good news is, this habit can be changed. Language experts say the brain learns best through direct association, connecting the word apple with the actual image or experience of an apple, not with its translation. When you hear apple, imagine the red fruit, the sound of biting into it, the taste. That's how your brain begins to think in English. This change doesn't happen overnight, but once you understand how your brain processes words, you can begin to train it for natural understanding. Now, let's talk about why you translate in your head. Most learners start by memorizing words with their meanings in their native language. Teachers, books, and apps often say, "This word means that." It's an easy way to begin, but it's not how real language is used. Native speakers never think, "Oh, the word car means voiture or coach." They just see the object, think of movement, speed, or travel, and the word car appears automatically. The same can happen for you, but to reach that point, you must stop using your native language as a bridge. Every time you rely on it, you're strengthening the habit of translation. Every time you force yourself to understand directly in English, you're strengthening fluency. That's the power of immersion, training your brain to skip the middle step. Think of your brain as a muscle. When you go to the gym, the first few workouts feel difficult. You feel sore, slow, and tired. But as you keep practicing, your muscles get stronger and movements become smoother. The same applies to English. At first, thinking directly in English feels unnatural. You'll want to fall back to your native language for safety. But with consistent listening and practice, your brain begins to form new pathways, new muscle memory for English. Every time you describe what you see, what you feel, or what you want in English, your mental fitness improves. Start small. Describe the room you're in using simple English sentences. There is a chair. The window is open. Don't worry about perfection. Focus on fluency. Over time, your brain will naturally start using English without translating. Listening is one of the best ways to train your brain to stop translating. When you listen often, your brain begins to recognize patterns, sounds, and rhythm, not as foreign codes, but as familiar expressions. Think of how babies learn to speak. They don't translate. They just listen, absorb, and imitate. The more you listen, the more your subconscious brain starts understanding without effort. So, make English a part of your daily environment. Listen to short podcasts, YouTube videos, or music. Choose topics you enjoy so that learning feels natural. Even if you don't understand every word, your brain is learning. Don't pause or translate, just listen. The more input you get, the faster your brain adapts to thinking directly in English. One powerful technique is what I call shadow listening. This means you listen to a native speaker and repeat what they say at the same time, like a shadow. You don't pause to understand every word. You just flow with the rhythm. This forces your brain to stay in English mode and prevents translation. You might stumble at first, and that's okay. The goal is not perfection. It's fluency. Choose short clips or dialogues, repeat them several times, and focus on matching the speaker's tone and pronunciation. When you do this daily, you'll notice something magical. English sentences start forming automatically in your head even before you translate them. That's when you know your brain is beginning to think in English. Another important habit is learning through context, not translation. For example, when you hear "it's raining cats and dogs," translating word by word will only confuse you. Instead, notice the situation, "it's raining heavily," and understand the expression through experience. English is full of idioms and phrases that don't make sense when translated literally. The more you expose yourself to real conversations, stories, or shows, the easier it becomes to guess meaning from context. This is exactly how native speakers understand new words. They don't run to a dictionary every time. They read the situation. So next time you hear a new phrase, don't rush to translate it. Ask yourself, what's happening in this scene? What's the emotion here? That's how you train your brain to think in English, not in translation. Let's go deeper into how you can actually build the habit of thinking in English. The first step is to make English part of your daily thoughts, not just your study time. Most learners only use English during lessons or classes, but fluency is built in the small moments, when you're walking, cooking, cleaning, or daydreaming. Try this. Describe your actions in English as you do them. When you're brushing your teeth, think, "I'm brushing my teeth." When you're cooking, say, "I'm cutting vegetables." These short, simple thoughts help your brain stay in English mode. Over time, your inner voice, the voice you use to think, begins to speak in English. That's one of the strongest signs that you're breaking free from translation. Don't worry about grammar or correctness. Fluency starts with freedom, the freedom to think without fear of being wrong. Another way to stop translating is by using visual thinking. When you learn a new word, don't connect it to your language. Connect it to an image, a sound, or a feeling. For example, if you learn the word beach, imagine the sound of waves, the feeling of sand, and the smell of the sea. This sensory connection helps your brain store meaning directly in English. Visual learning is powerful because it mirrors how children learn, through experience, not through words alone. Try labeling objects around you in English. Write mirror, door, light, or table on sticky notes. Every time you see them, say the words aloud. The more you associate English with real life, the less you'll rely on translation. Your brain begins to link words with real meaning, not their native language equivalents. Listening and repetition are also key. You must listen to real English content daily, but not just passively. Listen actively. That means focusing on pronunciation, tone, and emotion. When you hear a sentence, repeat it, copy it, and feel it. Try to imitate not only the words, but the rhythm of the speaker. This is how you train your mouth, ears, and brain to work together in English. For instance, listen to a line like "How's it going?" and repeat it exactly as you heard it, not word by word, but as a single sound. Over time, your brain will start recognizing English as music, not as text to be translated. You'll begin to feel what sounds right. That's when English becomes natural, when it stops being something you study and starts being something you live. Now, let's talk about your mindset, because how you think about English shapes how you learn it. Many learners hold themselves back because they fear making mistakes. That fear causes hesitation, and hesitation triggers translation. You start overthinking instead of flowing. But remember this truth: native speakers make mistakes too. The difference is that they keep talking. Confidence, not perfection, creates fluency. The next time you catch yourself translating, take a deep breath and speak anyway. Let your thoughts flow, even if the grammar isn't perfect. The goal is communication, not correctness. Every time you express yourself freely in English, you're reprogramming your brain to think naturally. Be kind to yourself, because language learning is not about speed, it's about consistency. A powerful daily exercise is the English journaling method. Every day, write a few sentences in English about how you feel, what you did, or what you plan to do. Don't write in your native language first. Write directly in English. For example, today I woke up late. I felt tired, but I decided to go for a walk. This simple activity forces your brain to organize thoughts in English. At first it might feel slow, but soon your thoughts will appear directly in English before you even type. Reading your own English aloud helps even more. It connects speaking and thinking together. Over time, your English becomes not just something you use in class, but part of your inner world. That's the moment fluency begins, when English becomes the language of your thoughts. Immersion is one of the most effective ways to stop translating. Immersion doesn't mean traveling abroad. It means surrounding yourself with English every day. Change your phone's language to English. Watch your favorite shows with English subtitles. Follow English-speaking creators on YouTube or TikTok. Read short articles, comments, or captions in English. The goal is to make English the environment your brain lives in. Just like a fish doesn't think about water, it swims in it. Your mind should start swimming in English. When your brain hears, reads, and sees English constantly, it stops switching between languages. It begins to think directly in English because that becomes your normal environment. Consistent exposure is what builds natural fluency, not memorizing word lists, but living in the language. To strengthen your English thinking habit, practice mental substitution. This means replacing your native thoughts with English ones during the day. For instance, when you're planning what to eat, instead of thinking in your language, ask yourself in English, "What should I eat for lunch?" When you're walking to work, think, "The weather feels nice today." These small substitutions might seem simple, but they rewire your brain. They teach your mind that English is your first response, not your translation tool. At first it takes effort, but soon it becomes automatic. You'll start noticing that you don't translate anymore. English just flows. That's the magic moment every learner dreams of. And remember, thinking in English isn't about being perfect. It's about being free. Now that you've learned how to think in English, let's talk about maintaining and deepening this habit. The journey doesn't stop once you stop translating. That's only the beginning. Real fluency means thinking, reacting, and even dreaming in English. You may notice one day that your dreams or inner thoughts suddenly appear in English. That's not random. It's your brain showing that English has become a natural part of your thought system. To maintain this, keep feeding your brain with English every single day. Don't study only from books, live through the language. When you're tired, watch English videos. When you're curious, search for answers in English. When you feel emotional, express it in English. The more emotional experiences you connect with English, the deeper your understanding becomes. Emotions create strong memory connections, and that's how your fluency becomes permanent. One of the biggest secrets of fluent English speakers is automatic response training. This means responding instantly to familiar questions or situations without thinking too much. For example, when someone says, "How are you?" don't think about the translation, just respond naturally, "I'm doing great, thanks." Practice common phrases until they roll off your tongue automatically. That's how native speakers communicate, through patterns, not translations. When you repeat phrases like, "That's interesting, really?" "No way," or "I totally agree," they become part of your reflex. Soon, your brain won't need to translate to express emotion. It will just react in English. You'll start feeling English rather than analyzing it. And that's the moment true fluency begins, when language becomes a reflex, not a thought process. Another deep fluency habit is listening without subtitles. At first, this can feel intimidating. but it's a crucial step in thinking directly in English. Start with short, simple videos or podcasts. Even if you don't understand every word, try to catch the meaning from tone, rhythm, and situation. This trains your brain to use context clues instead of translation. Remember, children understand emotions and meaning long before they understand words. The same process works for you. Over time, your brain becomes faster at predicting meaning and recognizing patterns. When you can understand an English conversation without needing every single word, that's when you've reached natural comprehension. Trust the process. Your brain is learning even when you don't notice it. Listening without subtitles strengthens your instinct to think in English. Let's talk about vocabulary, because many learners believe they need to memorize thousands of words before they can think in English. That's not true. You don't need more words, you need stronger words. Words you can actually use. For example, it's better to know how to use get, take, and make in many situations than to memorize hundreds of rare words. Focus on active vocabulary, the words that help you describe your daily life, emotions, and thoughts. Practice them in sentences, not lists. For instance, I get up early, I get tired sometimes, I make breakfast, I take a shower. When you learn like this, your brain stores English as actions and experiences, not as translations. Each phrase becomes a living part of your thinking pattern. Remember, fluency is not about how much you know. It's about how easily you can use what you know. Another key to mastering English thinking is connecting English to your identity. Many learners keep English separate, as something they use only for school or work. But if you want true fluency, you must let English become part of who you are. When you write your goals, write them in English. When you talk to yourself, use English. When you feel excited, say it in English, "I'm so happy today." When you feel frustrated, say, "I need to calm down." Let English become your emotional language. Once your emotions and thoughts flow in English, translation disappears forever. You'll start to feel that English is not a foreign tool, but your second home. And that's the ultimate goal. Not just to speak English, but to live it. Before we close, remember this. Fluency is not built overnight. It's built through consistency, curiosity, and confidence. Every time you listen to an English video like this, your brain is growing stronger connections. Don't worry if you still translate sometimes, it's part of the process. The goal is progress, not perfection. Keep surrounding yourself with English. Listen, speak, read, and think every day. Celebrate small victories. If you understood one more phrase today than yesterday, that's success. Over time, your translation voice will fade away, and your natural English voice will take over. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep listening daily, because your English journey is not just about learning words, it's about transforming your mind. Keep going. Your fluency is already on its way.